So you said this is a problem because the work just takes all your time, and then you have very little time left for other things you might like to do. Is that right?
That is right.
Okay. Can you give me an example of like one of these other types of things that you would like to do that you don't find time for because of so much work?
For example, visiting my parents or reading.
Mhm.
There's two things I used to do a lot, but
Okay.
since I take this work, mm, I
So
don't have time for. Mm,
I want you just to create like an imaginary new life. And this new life, yeah, Serena would still work, you know, but she, I don't know, maybe would work maybe 2/3 of what you're working now. I mean, how much more in general, how much more time for other things do you think you'd like to have?
sorry, I didn't get it. If
Okay,
I just work
so
2/3,
so
uh,
yeah, so in general, how much time, say, per week would you enjoy having extra to do other things?
mm,
I mean,
I
five
need at
hours a
least
week,
10
10 hours
hours.
a week, 10 hours,
I
okay,
need 10 hours a week.
okay.
Mm,
So if you need 10 hours a week, that would probably mean you would work about 2/3 of what you're working now, right?
right, right.
All right. So imagine a new life where you're working, say 15 to 20 hours a week, you know, instead of
Mm-hmm.
30. And you can visit your parents and you can read and da, da, da. Okay. So when you look at that life, that possible future life for Serena, is that a more attractive life than your current one?
I would prefer that life, but uh, currently I can say more about money.
Yeah. Okay. So you have some anxiety about money, right?
Right.
Some worry, like, do I have enough money? Okay.
In fact, I know no matter how hard I work, I can't earn enough money because um, teaching doesn't earn me a lot.
Okay. Yeah. So you have some sort of infant idea of what's enough money. I've worked with people that, oh, when I earn this much per year, it'll be enough. Then they earn that much. It's not enough. They have to earn more and more. It's endless, you know? It's like it's got you by the
Yeah,
neck, right?
right.
So let's ask a different question.
Mm,
Not how much money you'd like to have, like how much money do you need to get by? Just get by, like enough to eat, enough to have a place to live, you know. How much money do you need just to get by?
in fact, I think I've already had that kind of money. I've already had that kind of money.
Yeah, so
But
and
mm,
if
but
you worked only 15, 20 hours a week, you would have enough money to get by, wouldn't you? Yeah.
yes,
Okay. All right. So, but there's some fear. Well, I mean, if you can get by, why isn't that good enough?
yeah, that's the problem. In fact, I think I want to save as much as I could, at least 10 million yuan. So
Yeah.
I would feel
Why?
secure.
Why?
Because when I'm getting older, I can't uh, I can't earn as much money as I can now.
Yeah. So are you really frightened you're going to be out on the street, nothing to eat? Are you going to be out in the street, nothing to eat if you don't earn more money today? Huh?
Oh,
Really?
that's not possible. But
Well,
I'm afraid I cannot.
you'll have enough then too, won't you?
Mm,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
I will have enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
You'll have
that's
enough.
barely enough. My fear is that I think my life is too plain. I want to experience more things. If there's chance for me to try, I want myself to be financially enough to experience whatever I want. Even if I don't do I may not do those things, but I want to keep the ability or the possibility to do it later.
And you're going to sacrifice now for later. Sacrifice now for later. Sacrifice now for later. And then you die.
That's the problem.
Sacrifice now
I'm
for
afraid
later. That's what happens for so many people. It's always later, never now. Okay? And in terms of having these experiences you need to have them now. Start having them now, not wait. You know, I've known so many people, they save all this money and then they retire and they have a lot of money and then they don't feel good. And it's so hard to do this and that, you know, they can't really even enjoy all the things they can do, you know?
Yeah, I know that. So yeah,
Okay.
my understanding and my behavior conflict.
Okay. So there's a fear there, right? Have you noticed? Are you aware of the fear, like the fear of not having enough money, or a fear it won't? Yeah. So are you doing the Maya when you feel that fear? Maya, I'm so scared. I don't have enough money. Are you doing that?
It cannot ease my fear. The fear is very deep inside.
Yeah, it's very deep. So it will be a super big choice of courage for you to say no. Right? How often do you like? I know you're doing 30 hours now a week. So when will it be the next time when you make a new choice about how many hours per week? Well, when will that choice be next time?
Maybe half a month later, I need to make the decision.
Okay. So I want you to make this agreement with me now that you are going to talk with me. We're going to have a one-to-one conversation, and we're going to see if you can promise 20 or less hours. Okay. And we're going to do whatever we need to do at that time for you to make friends with your fear, pat yourself on the back for choosing courage, to have a life now, to have a life today, you know, to live your dream today. What?
Thank you, Dwight, but I'm afraid if I choose not to have that much work, I will have another fear in the future.
What's that? What's the fear of what? Fear of what?
Fear that I wasted my time to make money.
Well, yeah, if you're going to have, if you work a lot of hours, then you could have the fear in the future. I wasted my time earlier. I worked so many hours. And if you work less hours now, then you're going to have fear now. Oh, I'm not going to have enough money in the future, right?
Yes.
So there's fears both ways, okay? But in terms of Serena having the life that she deserves and wants to have, which fear do we need to choose courage for, you know, and pat ourselves on the back for? It's the fear, you know, to make friends with the fear that you're not going to have enough money in the future. Right? Yeah. And the fear that maybe people won't think you're working hard enough. What are you, you know, especially in China, what are you not working hard now? You know, maybe some people will say, you're so lazy or something, right? Are you frightened about that?
I'm not frightened about that. In fact, I'm not judged by those people. I pushed myself. I pushed myself too hard.
All right. Well, yes, yeah, you're pushing yourself. Okay. Well, so it's going to be a major choice of courage for you, Serena, to not push yourself. You know, or if you will, to sort of push yourself to choose courage here, to jump off this cliff and only you can't schedule, it's 20 or less hours per week the next time, and start planning those visits, planning the reading. Already plan to put that stuff in your life, and to honor yourself for the courage to do that and take care of Serena that way.
I tried once. In fact, I felt so. I felt life's comfortable during the process. But when I received my salary, I felt unsatisfied.
Yeah. Okay. Because like you say, like there's oh, that's. So what is the thought that makes you a salary when you receive your salary? Then what was the thought that made you feel unsatisfied?
If I work less, my salary
It will be less. Yes.
would be low.
Okay. Yeah.
Would be less.
So yeah, and so when you saw the salary, you felt dissatisfied, but there was some sort of belief or thought that you had that made you satisfied, because you could have been very satisfied. Oh, I'm so satisfied. I'm making less because it means I have all this other time to do these great things. Thank you for choosing the courage to work less. But
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
But old habits die hard. Really.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a thought. What thought did you have that made you unsatisfied? Like it should be more. No, it should be less, because that less means you got free time. Other people who are working so hard, they don't have the free time. Like that Serena before, Are you going to envy her, or are you going to envy your there are many people super richer than I am, and they don't have a life they love because they're so busy focusing, making money. They don't have the freedom, they don't have the flexibility. I make enough money, but I don't make more than enough. I can work more hours, I can make more money. I am so proud of myself for working less hours. Be proud of yourself for that. Can you see how that's something to be proud of, Serena?
I know, but it's hard for me.
Yeah, it's a new habit. Because you spent your whole life pushing yourself. Yeah. Oh, and you survive pretty good. It's hard to give up that stuff. And life should be hard. We even have the idea, if it's not hard, then somehow it's not good, or something like that.
Yeah.
If you earn the money, and it's so easy to earn the money, maybe you heard me earlier. I was telling Nick, the only way I can tell the difference between my work and my play is people happen to pay me for the stuff called work, But it's all play for me, But if I tried to do more hours of work, it would stop being play. All right. So just, and also, if you're doing 15 to 20 hours a week, you probably are going to enjoy those classes more. You're probably going to be a better teacher, right?
And in fact, I have a different situation because I teach different lessons. So during the course, I also learned a lot. That's why it's hard for me to quit.
Well, yeah, you learn a lot, but you're going to learn a lot reading, and you don't have to always learn more and more and more. Are you trying to prove that you got to learn more and more and more? Always learn more. Remember one of those questions at the beginning about do you feel like you have to prove this or prove that? When we feel like to prove something, we don't have much freedom, and also it cuts back on our enjoyment. Yeah, and it's great that you love learning, but you can still love learning probably even more during those 15 or 20 hours a week, you know, and probably your, I don't know for sure, but probably your students are going to enjoy your classes more. You know, you're going to be a better teacher because you're a happier teacher, because you're taking time to take care of yourself, right? Just like better, better parents are happier parents. Parents who don't take care of themselves, they just focus on their kids, they're usually not very happy, and it rubs off on their kids. The same thing with being a teacher and with their students.
That's not the problem. In fact, I really enjoy my class almost every time. I felt
Great. That's
happy
great. Okay.
during.
Yeah, but we just need less of it. Okay, good. All right. So
it takes great courage for me to make a change.
Okay, so will you? I'm going to suggest that you make a promise to me now that either by yourself or using me, if you're having trouble, that you promise to me that you will sign up for 20 or less hours in the next semester.
I will sign up less than, let me count. Less than 24. Less than 20 seems possible.
How about less than 21?
That's impossible.
Why does it have to be less than 24? You why not just?
Because that's my basic working quantity.
It's been your basic in the past. It doesn't have to be basic now. The past is past. This is a new life, Serena. You want a new life? You got to let go of what you did in the past. Choose courage to let go of what you did in the past.
And I can't change that because we are required to work at least 24 hours a week.
So they're going to fire you if you don't sign up for 24?
I need to apply for their permission. I need to get their permission, but they
okay.
They
so I
want
want you to. Will you agree to apply?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Oh, I will apply. I will apply.
Okay. Good. So and we'll talk at another time to follow through on this. Okay. Okay. So reach out and shake my hand on this. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Good. All right. Good. All right. Anything else to be complete about this?
No.
Okay,
no more.
Great.
I will seriously reflect my past behaviors and try to help myself to change it.
Okay. All right. Good. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Dwight.